Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'd like to thank you for agreeing to volunteer for us during this very difficult time of the coronavirus epidemic. The aim of this video is to give you tips and hints about how to stay safe and be most effective as a volunteer, whether that's going shopping for people or giving out information. During the coronavirus outbreak, the Westway Hub team will be helping people do their shopping or collect their medication, and also putting them in touch with other people locally who can help too. We have already started phoning self-isolating people to check they're okay and to have a chat. We may need to walk dogs or help people who have run out of money or food as time goes on. Now first, please check you're fit and well to volunteer, particularly if you're out and about helping with people's shopping. In Caterham, Chorlton and the surrounding areas, the parish councils are coordinating outreach support to vulnerable people isolated at home. We are providing a single point of contact with information and advice for both people needing support and also for volunteer responders. We aim to coordinate safe support for people who are isolated as a result of corona, but we are not planning to support everyone. Many people already have great local support networks of their own. We may be able to help though with additional signposting, spiritual or safeguarding advice from trusted sources, or we could get involved and help out if other arrangements break down. The Westway will act as a hub, and its number is 01883 347 230, and this will be a central point of contact. You'll be asked to sign a confidentiality agreement before you can start volunteering. It will explain how to look after people's sensitive data. As people volunteer to help, they will be checked, either by having a DBS check or by referees being contacted. Once it's been identified what people need, volunteers will get a call or text to ask them to help. Details of who needs what support will be passed securely. To ensure the people we are supporting know who to expect, 4 parish resilience volunteers will be issued with a clearly identifiable ID card. You should take this with you whenever you volunteer. If you are volunteering on your own, you should make sure someone knows where you are going and when you are expected back. If it helps, you can ring the Westway Hub and they will record this information for you. To avoid confusion, it is better to take the shopping list straight to the shops and buy the items. 4 parish resilience volunteers will be given a float to do this if they need it. You may want to wear gloves whilst you are shopping. Take a copy, maybe a photo of the receipt if you can. Certainly, you need to stay 6 feet away from anyone else. Don't overfill the bags and don't recycle them. Take your gloves off before you drive your car and be careful not to touch your face. If you have touched some of the virus, touching your face could be the way you could catch it. Don't use a hanky. Please cough or sneeze into your elbow. Take your shopping to the isolated person. Call them to say you're outside. Tell them the cost of the food and ask them to put the money or check outside their front door and go back inside. Go up to the door, put the shopping safely down, knock on the door and go back down the path. As soon as you can, wash your hands. In fact, wash your hands as often as you can. If you're collecting medication for someone, you need to be organised. The hub will check the medication is ready at the chemist. We will ask the pharmacist to put the items in a bag and sign across the seal. Collect the medication and, without opening it, go straight to the isolated person and drop it on their doorstep in exactly the same way as you did for the shopping. We should not be collecting controlled drugs. If you aren't happy with what you're being asked to do, don't do it. Just call the hub who can sort out any issues. Volunteering isn't just about shopping. There are opportunities for people who have had to isolate to get involved as well. People ringing up to chat to others is going to be key in helping to relieve boredom, anxiety and isolation. If you're calling someone, don't forget to ask how they are, but also have a chat about day-to-day things that interest you both, say gardening or what's on TV or perhaps craft activities. Now be alert to things that people are worrying about but perhaps aren't saying straight out. If you do feel someone is unwell or unusually worried, please let the hub know, particularly if the person might find it helpful to talk to someone about their faith or their fears for the future. You may find that they have a friend who's unwell or perhaps has died as a result of the virus.
You will be meeting people who have lots of time on their hands and sitting at home and thinking about the future in a way they might not have thought before. Our spiritual team, made up of leaders and others from our local churches, are here for you and for the people you're supporting. We're happy to have a conversation whether you have a faith or no faith at all, Happy to explore with you some of the things that you're mulling over and which may be worrying you deep down. If those you are supporting need that support, just call into the hub and we will put them in touch. But if it's you yourself, don't be afraid to ask. We're here for our volunteers as much as the community, and we want to help you through this time too.
All volunteers, whether on the phone or dropping things off, should call the hub if they're worried about somebody. There will always be a volunteer on call from our safeguarding team available to talk things through with you.
Don't forget, you may be the only person somebody sees today, and you may become aware of things that others do not know. So please tell someone. You might see that somebody has become unwell, that they are struggling. They might be scared or frightened or feeling really lonely. It may be that their partner or their carer is struggling to support them. Sadly, at times of stress, domestic abuse and other issues can arise, and you may be the one that is there to become aware. So please call back into the hub. We will be here to take your calls and we will give you advice, and we have a team of people to support you. It's not an easy time, but together we can be there for the most vulnerable in our community. We may give you advice as to what to do. We may actually take actions on behalf of the individual. And at the end of it all, there will be a chance to talk to somebody about how this leaves you feeling as a volunteer and how it all went together. Please remember, you shouldn't be talking to anybody else about the people you are helping. Neither should you be putting information up on your social media pages. Scammers are already at work, and information you share outside of this volunteering role might leave a very vulnerable person at greater risk. So again, if you have doubts, think safety first and come and have a talk with us and we will help you through it.
Now, here's a few do's and don'ts. Don't give medical advice. Don't volunteer if you're too tired. People will understand. Don't accept gifts or money. Please politely decline. Don't get encouraged into someone's home. If there's an urgent need to help someone indoors, call the hub and they will plan it if it is possible. Do call for help in an emergency, 999 or the hub. Do look after yourself. Don't take on too much. Every little will help.
We have a thriving community hub that can really step up to the plate in a crisis and deliver well-being services for our whole community and all the vulnerable people there. And we look forward to serving our community in the days to come.
Whether you're part of the 4 parish response or you're a road champion group helping out your neighbours or you're supporting your family and friends, thank you. Working together, we can support each other.